answer some questions that people have been asking that I have received from a lot of my students. And so I'm going to go into these questions one by one, and hopefully some of them, or all of them, or at least one of them is helpful to you. So the first question is about motivation, and that is, how will learning English impact your life or career? English is everywhere. People use English in the business world. People use English in schools. A lot of schools and universities around the world use English. English is used in friendships and travel at airports. English is also the language of the sky, so all pilots have to learn English, for example. It really is such a global language, and being able to learn English and speak fluently will allow you to access more of the world and experience a lot more of the world more fully than if you didn't speak English. I would highly encourage it. It is not that difficult of a language to learn. It is time consuming to get your brain to fully understand what to do with the language, but the language itself is quite simple. Um, the second question is about the beginning of my own language learning journey, and it is, what was your first language learning experience? So I speak English. I've been speaking English from when I was a child. It is my first language, and my mom was also an English teacher. Um, and then I also learned French, which was really difficult to learn, but I really liked it. Not because I had any plans of visiting France, but I just thought it was interesting and fun. And over time, obviously, I have got to meet a lot more francophone people from all around the world, in France and Senegal, from Congo. Just it's been in Benin. It's been an amazing journey. Morocco too. Um, Getting to know multiple people through this language. The second language I'm learning now is Spanish, and so I can speak a little bit of Spanish. I can understand. I'm at that awkward phase where I can understand more than I can speak, but I'm having fun. I am enjoying the process, and in about 2 weeks, I think I will feel confident enough to um, perhaps make a video in Spanish. My first language, what do I consider to be my native language? My first language was English. I'm an English native speaker. But my relationship to English has been a little bit complicated because I was born in Zambia, which was a British colony in for a long time until 1964. And so the reason I speak English is because of the colonizers that came to my country and taught people English. So it's hard for me. It was hard for me for a long time to kind of just understand what that means for my own identity. This is also considering the fact that I do not, unfortunately, speak either of my parents' languages fluently. I can say a few words, but I would say even worse than A1 level. The reason for that, mainly, at least growing up, what I told myself was that, and why I didn't put any effort into learning was that, one, English was sufficient, and two, um, my parents spoke different, like, native languages, or they came from different parts of the country, different tribes, and so their native languages, mother tongues were different. And so when they got married and had me and my siblings, they spoke to us mainly in English, and they spoke to each other in English as well. Okay. The next question is, how can you improve your fluency in English if you can't find the exact word? Um, there's a technique called circumlocution. Basically, means just talking around what you want to say. So for example, if I forget the word for banana and I say, "Oh, yesterday I ate," you know that yellow fruit that it's got a peel and you have to peel it and you eat the inside part. That's what I ate. I don't have to remember the word banana, but I can indicate um, what I mean, and that will help people. understand what I mean, and someone might be like, "Oh, you mean a banana?" They'll be like, "Oh, yeah, of course, banana, banana." That's probably not a word you're gonna forget. Hopefully not, but you can just imagine doing that with other words as well. The next question is, how can you transition from translation to thinking in English? The key to this for me with French, for example, has been complete immersion, being able to be surrounded by French or whatever language I'm learning all the time has helped me with thinking in it. Learn some simple reactions, first of all, like, oh my God, wow, ooh, okay, okay. And you can use these when you're watching a movie. So instead of thinking in your native language, anytime something shocking happens, just go like, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. Over time, your vocabulary will increase. You'll gain more words to express what you want to say more, but you can always start simple. The key is just to try to keep your brain, hijack your own mind, and keep your brain in English as much as possible. Do not default to your native language. And it's going to feel uncomfortable. So the key is also to be comfortable or try to be comfortable or just be at peace with the discomfort. Are there resources to test your English skills at different levels? I always recommend working with a coach, an English coach. There are platforms that allow you to have access to coaches. There are websites that make this accessible. There's schools, educational institutions, universities. There's a lot of resources available. You can use AI, even though I wouldn't 100% trust AI without some human supervision. It's, at least at the moment, it's kind of necessary. Um, but yeah, definitely get a coach if that would help you. Just even just have that reassurance that you are on the right track and not sounding super unnatural. So yeah, those are the answers, and I hope that it helps you, my friend. I really want you to succeed. So if there's any other questions if there are any other questions that you have or anything else you want me to address, please just let me know down there in the comments. If you found this video helpful or any of these answers are helpful to you, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. All right, bye for now.